Hey, what's going on, homesteaders? This is the Hesitant Homesteader, Chuck here, checking in with you. And I want to take you on a little journey to talk about compost. So if you are getting started in homesteading like our family is, compost is the name of the game. It's going to be a natural soil conditioner to make heavy soils loamier, and it's going to make soils that are sandy like ours a little more fertile with more nutrients and the ability to hold water. So it's a very good moderator of any type of soil. Depending on the size of your garden, you might go through mounds of it. Behind me is what's left of a truckload, 1 cubic yard that I've been getting from a local compost facility. This is probably my 6th or 7th yard. Now we're just getting started, so we're not going to use that much every year, but that's how much I went through this year, and it's about $26 and change per yard. So what today I want to do is I want to show you my idea and how I'm going to set up composting on our property. So get ready to mine some black gold for yourself. Let's check it out. Making compost on your property is the smart thing to do because you're actually going to turn waste into the best garden fertilizer and mulch for free, and loads of it. Also keep in mind just to chill. Making compost is not difficult. Despite what all the books and YouTubers and bloggers might lead you to believe, it's not a complicated process. It's a natural process, and you can use what you've got on hand. Remember, things decompose naturally. It's going to turn into compost whether you're there or not. You're just going to help manage the process to ensure a better quality product. I tucked my composting area in a shaded corner of my yard under an old evergreen tree. I did it inexpensively by using bins that I made with U-posts and cedar fence pickets. When building compost piles, there's just two simple things that you have to remember. Keep things in two categories. You basically got your greens and your browns, as we're going to call them. Greens are your fresh, greener things that have moisture to them, like vegetable peelings from the kitchen, grass clippings from your yard, garden waste, etc. All your brown items are the older, drier materials, like dead leaves, straw, wood chips, or pine shavings. One of my main sources for browns is going to be straw that I use every year as a windbreak for my cold frames. Simply build alternating layers of browns and greens. Keep in mind that the denser the material, the thinner the layer. Here's a good example of density. These leaves that I have been composting in my backyard for 6 months are very heavy, thick layers that are damp and compacted. When I put those down, I put them in a thinner layer, and you also want to go through and kind of fluff them up a little bit. Shake them up, spread them out, and allow water and air to penetrate. Grass clippings are another source that I plan on using because I mow my yard at least once a week. We don't apply any chemical herbicides or pesticides to our yard, so just between the leaves and grass clippings, I have enough to make multiple compost piles. It's also important to at least have 1 cubic yard of material to when you start a pile. I'm doing mine by hand for the most part and not able to turn it with the help of a front loader or any other equipment, so I'm keeping my piles to probably the smallest, which is a cubic yard. You'd be surprised at how much material you have to get a pile going. This pile took a whole bale of straw and probably half of the leaves that I had saved from last year. Make sure you can have snacks. This is hard work and you're going to need help. You can definitely build your piles layer by layer throughout the year, and I might do that once the season goes on, but I definitely wanted to get a couple of piles going right away. If I don't turn the piles, it is going to take about 18 months under good conditions for that to decompose and just turn into good compost on its own. But I'd like to have this done sooner rather than later. So my plan is to turn these piles once a month. Just remember, keep it simple. Layer your browns and greens, enjoy the process, and learn from your mistakes. You'll be glad that you have your own compost. Happy homesteading. Thanks for watching.